Hello there, this is Godel, and welcome to something totally new here. As you can see on screen, this is Feed the Beast Interactions, and specifically, this is Feed the Beast Interactions Remastered. So what the heck is Feed the Beast? Well, Feed the Beast is it's a set of Minecraft mods. They are usually focused on providing some kind of themed experience. A lot of their mod packs are like a themed factory automation mod experience, but they also have some adventure mod packs, some magic mod packs. This one specifically is a um, factory automation style mod pack, and it does also incorporate magic. And the specific with this one is that there's a lot of cross interaction between the mods. So, like, there are magic mods and factory mods, and essentially they all get combined here in this mod. And we're gonna be doing like all sorts of stuff here. Um, so without further ado here, we're gonna get started. We're at the main menu here, so this mod pack actually comes with a custom main menu sound. And I'm just gonna turn it up just a little. I had it down quiet just to make sure it wasn't too loud. This is some free use music, I believe, so we're good there. So we're gonna be starting a new world, and before we actually get into the new world, I'm gonna make a preview world. And oops, I didn't actually set my seed there. What I would like is to kind of preview the world, because I don't want to have a world where it's just like we spawn in the middle of the ocean or something, you know what I mean? So if you've never played Minecraft, I'm gonna kind of explain things along the way. If you played Minecraft or know of Minecraft, but you've never heard of a Minecraft mod pack or a factory slash automation based Minecraft, then you're definitely gonna see what that's leading up to. But first things first, let's see here. Um, the way this mod pack works is that it kind of sets you up in what's called a sky block. So if you see if we fall down there, I think we just die, right? Uh-oh. Yep, not like Islands of Insight where you get to just get placed back in the world. And now it shows that we died down there. We do actually have a gravestone down there. Get that out of my inventory. Yeah, there's our gravestone. So our stuff we just died with is down there. But we're not actually going to start playing in this world. What I made this world is... I forgot to enable cheats here. What I made this world for is because I want to really quickly just go and look. The Lost Superstone. I want to look in the overworld and just make sure that the overworld spawn looks like okay. You know, I don't want to spawn in the middle of like the ocean, as I previously mentioned. So we're just building this really quick just to get a quick peek of our overworld. So basically the start of this mod pack is you start in the sky block and you kind of get your foothold in the mod pack, and then it will you basically advance out of the sky block, and then you get to go to the overworld. So I'm not gonna look too far around, but I just want to go up here and look and be like, okay, yeah, this looks like we're not in the middle of the ocean. Besides that, like I'll let the game randomize what it's gonna give us here, but this seems like an okay seed. So I'm going to, oh geez, let's do /seed. I think is there it goes. Can I copy paste this? I cannot, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna write this on a note. Okay, I should have that on my clipboard. So we're gonna quit this map here, and I'm going to delete this, and we're gonna make our actual map for realsies now. So we're gonna make interaction style map. We're gonna call this our let's play map. More world options. Here's our seed that we just copied out of there. I am going to turn allow cheats on. Not that I'm going to be like rampantly cheating or anything, but just because a modded Minecraft do be modded Minecraft, there's like a lot of user generated stuff, and sometimes there's a lot of bugs. So if we lose something due to bugs, I don't sweat it too much. I just spawn it back and we try to work around the bug. But yeah, that's gonna set us up here. So we are now loading into our world and we are gonna start for real. Now I've already went through all of my options and kind of set up the options how I like them. So there's not going to be too much in the way of options I got to set up, but I will go through like our quest book and everything. Oh yeah, first really quick, the skin I'm using for this Let's Play, this is Sid Garland from, if you're familiar with Final Fantasy XIV, he's like a engineer in the Final Fantasy series, often in a lot of them. The Sid characters in general. There's always a Sid in each Final Fantasy, right? But specifically, this Sid is from Final Fantasy XIV. So since we're in a engineering type of mod pack here, I'm like, okay, let's do an engineer skin, sure. All right. I'm just gonna have to go as we go here. And oh gosh, what is this button? And my game didn't like that button apparently. Okay. Interesting. So there's already a bug off the cuff. I guess we're not clicking that button, which is gonna be in my inventory, so I'm gonna have to avoid clicking it. That's fun. Anywho, so we are back here. Let's just really quickly go over the kind of the premise of the game. Oh, I threw my book on accident. Okay, Tome of Knowledge. What do we do with the Tome of Knowledge again? I think we put it in this table. But really quickly, let's take a look at our quest book. So, if you've never played a modded Minecraft before, this might be like a completely alien thing you're looking at. Basically, in modded Minecraft, they often have, it's basically like progression-based advancement, and they often have a quest book or something basically to help you with the steps of progression. So you'll see this is like our skyblock set of quests and our skyblock progression. If we go over here, we'll see some progression for like our first tier of tech. We'll see some progression for other tiers of tech, and then let's see, power generation, metallurgy, chemistry, and then circuitry. So that's going to be all fun stuff. But for now, we are on the skyblock. This is basically the tutorial. So welcome to Interactions is the name of the chapter. I could read this out loud. Might as well. So, hey listen, hey listen, hey listen. That's a Zelda reference if you don't know, from like Ocarina of Time. If you see one of these quest icons with the exclamation point, that means it's a section that contains info that can't be found in the recipe book. JEI. This is JEI over here, the thing where you can see all the items in the game. We can search for specific items. You can click on them to tell you what they make, how to make them, and what they're used for as well. So cake is made like this, and then cake is used for these things. And they are often tips and tricks to get through certain parts of the mod pack. Okay. And then for quests, to actually complete them, a lot of the quests you will have to obtain or do a certain action, obtain a certain item or do a certain action. This is just a check mark. So once we do that, it gives us our reward here, which we can take now, but I'm going to hold on taking it. We're just going to go to the next quest for now. To be transparent, testers are the reason why for Void World start, we're going full transparency. We're starting off in a Void World because testers kept dying in the overworld. Take your time. Get to know JEI and the quest book. Rush your pack's progression at your own pace. So I have played this pack before. It's not totally new to me, but it is still quite a rough start in the overworld. So, okay, put your book in the transmutation table to beat the pack. Yay, you finally beaten the pack, right? No, not quite, but we will go ahead and put our book in the transmutation table. So what is this thing? This is basically a tablet that lets us convert this currency here called EMC to other things. So, for example, cobblestone is worth 1 EMC. There we go. We've got some cobblestone. We can put the cobblestone back. It will refund us our EMC, and then we can turn it into grass, which is also worth 1 EMC. So it's basically a way to convert some items. So what they actually have in here is they only have saplings and not super useful saplings, just like regular wood saplings. So like there's oak. They have some leaves, some rocks. There's there's andesite and some slime grasses, leaves. Sticks, dirt, and gravel are in here, and then cobblestone, grass, snow is in here. A bunch of varieties of colored cobblestone. So, yeah, it's doesn't. We're not unlike other packs that have used this mechanic before. We can't use it to like turn cobblestone into iron or diamonds or anything crazy like that. This is only for like building blocks for the most part. Um, should this ever be necessary, just in case you somehow join the exclusive club of losing your tome without putting it in your table, here's your backup. Okay, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and take the backup. And we'll just go ahead and toss the backup in there. It's an extra 32 EMC for us, so I will take that gladly. All right. And then this is where we start chopping our trees down. So trees react to the movement of your butt. Lovely. So this mod pack has a feature where um, trees will actually grow quickly, like you're bone mealing them, if you do the sneak action near them. So that's why I'd say it's your butt, kind of makes your butt kind of stick out like that. But before we get into that, actually I can do a quick demonstration. So like all Minecraft mods, we're going to start the game by punching wood. Actually, some Minecraft mods actually don't have you punching wood because it's like, yo, you can't even punch wood yet. You're going to have to start with like pebbles you found in the sand and stuff. But anyways, this one we punch wood. All right, and there we go. We got a sapling back to plant. So if I plant it and then I do a sneak, you saw there's like some little bone meal particles there. So if I just keep sneaking, ta-da, we have a new tree. And oh great, we grew a big tree already. So that's what that quest teaches us. And you can kind of see the quests are going to teach us things along the way here. It gives us a breaded pork chop. Yummy. I'm going to leave things in the quest book for now just because I don't want my inventory to get flooded by stuff. But we do have rewards in here when we're ready to grab them. Really quick, let's go through all of these info quests here. These are info quests to get us started. If you're playing on a team, make sure to sync your game states together with the Together Forever months. That's if you're in multiplayer. That's how you would set up your teams. Community is crucial. We work to keep this mod pack maintained, fixed, etc. So this is basically just saying if you find a bug, report it. They are still actively maintaining this mod pack. In fact, this mod pack, FTB Interactions, has been around for a long time. This is FTB Interactions Remastered, which they only recently, like in the last couple years, I think, and like I think last year or the year before, in 2024, they started like updating and stuff and kind of modernizing. Even though it's like an older version of Minecraft, this is what are we at here? F3. Yeah, this is Minecraft 1.12.2. Yep, it's a popular Modcraft version for modded stuff. Anyways, take these out of here. So these are links to report bugs. We're probably not going to run into anything report worthy or probably doesn't already been reported, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Welcome to interactions where sunscreen. Don't forget to set your keybinds. Here's some recommended keybinds. One big problem with modded Minecraft is that you try to go in here and you're like trying to use your buttons, and if we go in options, controls, you can see there's like a lot of controls in here, and anything that's red basically is saying it's double or more bound to multiple actions. And yeah, there's a lot of red stuff in here because a lot of mods add their own stuff in here, and then it's just like guys, where do we put all the things? So controls in modded Minecraft are always a big problem, but I've already kind of set that up ish, and if we run into control conflicts, we'll set that up. No daddies allowed. Natural spawns are disabled in the void. That includes hostiles in the dark rooms and passives on grass. You can still force spawns through, though, if you had the ability. Okay, so that's just saying there's not going to be any monsters or animals spawning up here on our sky block with us. Okay, in-game info. What are these numbers in the top left corner of my screen? Top left corner? Do I have it off? Hold on. I'm trying to see here how to... Trying to remember what that overlay is called. So it's not this. I think we could go to mod options for that. Not that info. Well, there's supposed to be some extra stuff up here in the top left corner. Not while I'm in my inventory. I just did that so you can see my mouse. There's supposed to be some extra stuff up there. So it's supposed to display humidity, entities rendered, biome, ore chunk. Ore chunk's an important one. I might have disabled some extra things in there. Oh, IGI. There it is. So IGI enable, IGI disable, enable. Okay, well, that's not actually working, so that's cool. In-game information. Well, I guess when we come to the point of needing it, we're not really at the point of needing it yet. Okay, next up, having fun isn't hard when you've got your library card. In this case, your library Akatoshik Tome. You'll find the most important guide of books present. Okay, so what's it called? Mod packs come with their own book of information for in-game info. That's really fun, right? So if we look here, we have this manual from Actually Editions, and we can turn our tome into that, and then we can read our Actually Editions manual if we wanted to. And then I think, how do we... Oh yeah, if we just punch with our book, it turns it back to the uh, Akashic Tome. So we'll be able to use this to swap to various different manuals and stuff. So here we can see that's the Deep Mob Learning Manual. Punch the air. There we go. Back to our tome. Okay, cool. What's our next quest? Ultimine. Ultimine is meant to be used for non-resource gathering convenience. So we can shear leaves, gather up Astral Temple, or mow a lawn. FTB Ultimine blockless ore veins and logs. So we can't use it for actually convenient things because there's specific tools that are made to make those convenient. And I have that set to tab, so... Alright, pro tips for JEI. We can look up the recipe of things directly from the recipe book. Like if we go here and we press the R button, or I guess we have to left click it. There we go. It's showing us how to make flint. If you have a mouse with a back button, we recommend putting the back button to previous. Okay. I think I have that actually. If I go click. Oh no, I don't have that. I might put that. Later though. Let's see. Back to the quest book. Holding shift while mousing over an item will display ore dictionary tabs. That's just like a bunch of extra information about items if we hold shift there, as well as, I guess, the Thaumcraft aspects. Whoops, go back to the quest book. And then if you find yourself repeatedly looking items up, you can bookmark it, and you'll probably be using this for things we craft a lot. Okay, yep. Alright, and then always double tap, press shift twice in the quest GUI to enter a searchable list of quests. Okay, so here's our searchable list of quests if we double tap shift. Okay, cool. That's all the starting info it's going to give us. Yeah, so we can now actually play the game. Woohoo! So the first thing it wants us to make is a rudimentary hatchet and a rudimentary pickaxe, and for that we need stone rods, which we can make from... You're probably looking at this and being like, what are all these? When you have multiple things that can make the same item, it'll kind of cycle through them. But at the end of the day, if you hold shift, you'll see that it says cobblestone or stone cobble. And even if this shifts to a totally different item here, you'll see this is still cobblestone. This is just like a various different varieties of cobblestone. White cobblestone will also do this. So We just need cobblestone for our stone rods, and then we need flint, which is going to be gravel. So let's get this out of our inventory first. We need some gravel to make some flint. And we need some cobblestone. Why am I flipping through the menu manually? Just some cobblestone. Let's just take like 4 of them should be enough for that many sticks. And then we need what was the other thing? Gravel. So I think it was a decent bit of gravel actually. We can only make 5 flint right now. How many did we need, it said? 7. Okay. And we need 3 gravel to make 1. Okay, let's go ahead and do our axe then. So I'm going to make 3 flints. Oh, actually, I don't know how many our axe actually needs here. And I made too many stone rods. Oh, well. Where's our rudimentary hatchet here? So our rudimentary hatchet is, we just need to make the flint axe head and then combine it with the stone rod. So the flint axe head is 2 flints on the top of the grid, and then we just combine it with a stick. Okay. So there's a flint axe head, and here is the axe. And now we can chop wood. And I think I've done goofed actually, because now we still need to get up to 7 flint, and I've just used 2 of them. So now we're gonna have to get 9, I guess, but that's okay. We're gonna end up needing it. So let's go ahead and chop some wood with the axe. It's a little faster. Oh, one thing we can do actually. Call that a knife. I don't know if it mentions shears anywhere. Oh yeah, shears. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit. I want to make flint shears here so that I can gather leaves, which is gonna help us with EMC. So let's use 2 of our flint to go ahead and get flint shears, and I'm gonna ultimine these leaves. So you see ultimine just vein mined a whole ton of leaves for us, and now we only have 1 block left up there. I do know it's also dark, so I'll see how the recording looks in the darkness, and if I need to adjust things, I will. But now we can put all of these in our table, the leaves, because they have an EMC value, and boom, we have 1,000 EMC suddenly. And now we have enough for like a stack of gravel if we wanted. But you know, I guess I will probably go ahead and take a stack of gravel. There's our flint for the foreseeable future. And we need to make a pickaxe now, so the pickaxe is going to be similar to the hatchet. So we need the head and then the stick. So there's our pickaxe. And I keep changing the chapter here. Okay, so this quest is complete. Now it gives us some more food. Cool. And we need a cobblestone knife. So for that we need cobblestone and a wooden stick. Okay, so both of these are EMC items. That will be no problem. So cobblestone and a stick. Okay, and then just stick these in the crafting grid. There we go. There's our cobblestone knife. What is that used for? Knives are the wrenches of roots. The mod roots, which I do not really know. You'll use it for some other interesting reasons. Okay. Alright, sharpening interactions with wood. Okay, scraping barks out of logs. Right now you don't have the tools. You'll need to break logs using root knives to get bark. Bark can be converted into planks at a horrible rate. Thankfully, in the same chapter, you'll able to properly automate wooden plank processing with a water-powered saw. How exciting! We do our first automation right at the start. So let's go ahead and torque ourselves a new tree, and then let's get our knife. And there we go. We're getting some bark now. Okay, there's our tree chopped down. Go ahead and plant a new one. And what do we do with the bark? Oh, here we go. We can take the 4 bark and turn it into 1 plank. Very exciting. I'm going to just turn all of them into planks. All right, we got our first oak wood planks. That was very exciting, right? And the quest book gives us some extras. Nice, I'll take those. All right, flint shears. We've already made flint shears. I wonder if it'll let us use these. Nope. So in a situation like this is like a situation like where, well, I've made this item, but it's not registering because the ones I've made are used. See, 93 durability out of 157. I'll just go ahead and make a new pair of flint shears because we're going to be happy to have them. Banana split. Oh, can't have that. My fiance is allergic to banana. Okay, and then next up, a basic workbench. So to make a basic workbench, we're going to need a crafting table. And to make a crafting table, oh, I clicked the wrong button there. To make a crafting table, it's the vanilla recipe, just 4 planks in a 2x2 square. We could also make a compressed crafting table. We could also use a assembler, but we do not have this technology yet, so we're just gonna do the OG crafting table recipe like so. So there's our crafting table. And let me bookmark this. Hold up. Bookmark this. So we also need a rudimentary shovel for this. How do we make a rudimentary shovel? And just if you weren't sure how I got to the conclusion that we need a rudimentary shovel, um, it just means any Tinker's Construct tool here, but the rudimentary tools are Tinker's Construct tools. So, how do you spell rudimentary? Rudy. So here's our rudimentary shovel. We need the shovel head, which is 2 vertical flints. So go ahead and do that. Here's our shovel. We need another crafting table because we need a crafting table to make the crafting table we're trying to make. So let's place this one, and then now we do our... Oops, I unbookmarked it on accident. And we're not going to find it like that. So let's go back to... I don't even remember what the dang thing was called. Basic work table. Can I bookmark stuff from here if I press A? No, it did not work. Okay. But if I bookmark it here, then I can click the recipe here and shows that we're missing the axe, but we do have an axe. It's just damaged. It should work though. So let's put those in there. Crafting table. There we go. Basic work table. And now we got our basic work table. What is this? Well, this is basically a crafting table with extra steps. You have to have a tool in here. It's kind of a pain in the butt. And the first tool it wants us to make is a stone hammer using this recipe. Okay, let's go back and get our tablet. In fact, I think we can get a tablet out of here. Oh, they're kind of expensive though. Okay, we'll hold on getting a tablet out. Let me go ahead and grab a half stack of sticks, and then let's grab some cobble. Half stack of cobble should be good for... Whoa, don't fall. Jeez. I should have bookmarked that hammer while I was in there. So here's our hammer. And now we can go in here. We can click the plus there. It'll move all the items here for us. And then we do not need that anymore. Okay, and then that goes in this slot. And we're going to be able to do stuff and things with that. Hooray. And that gave us a toolbox. So a toolbox we can put here next to the basic work table, and now we can see the toolbox from over there. So we put the hammer there, and there it is in the toolbox, etc. So when we have multiple tools, that's an easier way to keep them in storage. We don't have to carry them around. All right, and next it wants us to craft a Greg Tech flint axe. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And that one uses stone rods? Oh no, it uses regular sticks, right? Yep, there we go. This is a Greg Tech axe, and the reason I wanted us to craft this is because this has lumberjack tree felling on it. So we grow this tree and we use the flint axe. Boom! It chops the whole tree for us. Heck yeah, let's go. And we can like shear the leaves with the shears, and then we can chop the wood with the wood. And then I'm just gonna sit here and grind a little bit of resources. Whoops. We need both leaves and wood, so. Alright. Shear the leaves, chop the wood. Twerk, twerk, twerk. Shear, chop. I'm just gonna go until my shears break. Which is probably gonna be like one more tree. Yep. So that pair of shears just broke. Let's break the other one. Okay, all of my shears are broken now. All right, and let's see how many leaves we got for that. Oh yeah, look at that, so many leaves. Now we have 4,000 EMC. We can make obsidian now with all those leaves we just got, but what I actually want to do is grab a couple of transmutation tables. And then I'm going to have one like over here-ish, I guess on top of my crafting table, and then I'll have one over on this side as well, just so that they're kind of distributed and I don't have to run all over the place to get to them. Okay, and then what else do we need for this? Okay, this had no rewards, that's cool. There are several ways to obtain string, many recipes except twine, which is a starter string made from plant fibers. But sometimes you need real string. You can use cotton seeds obtained via a strainer. So I think if we look here at cotton seeds, yeah, we go here and it tells us we can use survivalist strainer to get the cotton seeds, which we have not yet made. So let's come back to that later. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's a strainer quest here. So to make strainers, we're going to want to... Well, it's going to take a lot of wood, actually, and then we have to put it in a work table with a hammer, and that'll get us the strainer bases. Let's go on the other side of quests first, because I would like to kind of increase our efficiency from wood. Right now, you saw earlier, we chopped some wood, and it was really awful. If I knew how physics worked, I could melt ice into water, and only if I had a magic block that provided me with ice. Ice? Oh, hello. Okay. Oh, and ice is too cold to handle. Oh no. So right now we have weakness and slowness because ice is cold. Um, all right, well, that's how we get water, I guess. What are we doing with this? We can get poor man's bone meal. Seriously, use these. They save you a lot of time early, being a replacement for bone meal, sometimes even better. They can duplicate plants. Okay, cool. So to make that, we'll have to take anything that's or dictionary plant, I think. So if we search, I think if you search pound plant, or is it dollar sign? Yeah, there we go. Dollar sign plant. Which counts for grass, right? So grass should have that recipe on it. If we look at the uses of grass, I actually don't see the uses of grass in that. Maybe grass specifically is not allowed here. What is the recipe here? 10, not 10, sorry, 100 millibuckets. That's what MB is, a millibucket of water. Let's go ahead and get some water here. How do we move the water, though? We need, like, a bucket first, right? Where do we make bucket? What kind of buckets do we have access to? So we can not make iron buckets yet. 8K, the vanilla bucket is kind of blocked to us. Okay, so we can make a clay bucket, and then we can fire the clay bucket in a kiln to get a clay bucket, and then that's a bucket we can use. Okay, so we can't actually use this yet. It's just going to be chilling here on the edge of the world for a moment. Whoopsie. Oh well. Put our other water here as well for the meantime, or our other ice block. Let's go and make a stone saw, I guess. So this takes stone rods, a flint, and a sticks. You can see I just hit this button over here to bookmark the whole recipe, so now it's showing me all of the recipe here, and I can actually control scroll here, so if I wanted to make like 15 stone saws, it's going to show me all of the stuff needed to make that. So let's just do one stone saw for now, and I think we can we not control click this into the, oh, this is the wrong kind of crafting table, there we go. So there we go, auto move that into there. Stone saw is another tool that is used in this work table, and for this specifically, we can use it to turn planks into slabs. And I think we can use it to turn wood into planks. Yeah, that's a lot better than what we were getting out of the, and we just obliterated the saw, cutting a few planks. But that is still better than what we got out of the, what's it called? The knife before. Let's make like 2 more of these. We need more stone sticks. Let's just make that many. Okay. If you hold shift while clicking this, it'll move everything possible, but I only want 2 more saws for now, so here we go. Put a saw there and put a saw in storage. So we got our stone saw made. Now we can make a water-powered saw. Okay, so that needs wood, pressure plates. Pressure plates looks like the vanilla recipe, so let's get 2 pressure plates. And oh, we need 4 pressure plates. I should have looked at that. Let me just bookmark the whole recipe there so I can look at it. Sticks, oak wood, water-powered saw. For that is flint and a block of flint. And a block of flint, we need to cook a gravel in a clay kiln. Okay, so we need to go get clay, actually. So we can actually go more this way. We got to go back down the side of the tree. So, okay, let's go do water strainers then. Let's bookmark this recipe. So for this, we need... I was like, chest? Where do we need a chest? Right here. There's a chest, different kinds of chests we can use our cycling here. But yeah, we need a chest, we need planks, we need wood gear, and we need fences. So let's see how we make all that stuff and go ahead and make it really quick. And we're going to need, I think, 6 of these it recommends. So, ooh, that's a lot of hammers it's going to need. But I guess let's start with 6 chests. Oh, there's 2 recipes here. There's one that uses the basic work table, saw, and then 8 planks, kind of like the vanilla recipe. And then there's one that uses planks and then wood casing. And wood casing is like a whole bunch of extra wood. So let's just do... we're going to need more planks first. Whoops. I had to pause there. I heard one of my little doggos had a little tummy ache. So we wanted to make chest, I believe. So here's 6 chests. I had almost just enough wood for that. And we needed a saw for the chest, so let's go 6 chests, okay. Can I take chest off of this list? No, I cannot, but that's okay. We're gonna need more planks. We're gonna need a lot more planks here. Let's go ahead and look at hoppers as well. So let's bookmark hoppers. We're gonna need 6 of those. And we're gonna need these gears as well. 6 gears. Okay, so let's do all of these. So we need more sticks for gears. Just take a stack of them, it's fine. 24 sticks. There's 24, so we can just stick those in here. Actually, we have this feature here. We can balance the grid, so we have a lopsided number of item stacks like that. We can hit balance, and then boom, everything's balanced. But why isn't this working? Oh, because it's a regular crafting table. Whoopsie. Crafting table. Let's go ahead, put the recipe in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're good on the gears. Now we need the hoppers. We need 6 pressure plates. Let's go ahead and we're going to need more planks for that. Okay, we got an achievement for something. Cool, I guess. More planks for pressure plates. Or not pressure plates, trapdoors. So, oh, whoops, I did not shift click. Okay. There's our 6 trapdoors, so we're good on that. Now we need a ton more planks. Oh, geez. Quite a lot of planks. We're going to need more saws. Let's put saw back in my list here. Let me get more stone sticks as well. Stone rods, whatever. Let's get like 2 more saws maybe. I don't know how many more we're going to need, but this one's about to shatter. Yep, there it goes. Shatter another one for good measure. Yeah, why not? We need hatchet, and let's get some flint shears going so we can collect the leaves while we're getting more wood. And we could actually do a bigger tree, now that I'm thinking about it. But oak trees tend to be really good for leaves, specifically. So let's just maybe go through a few oak trees. And more oak tree. And more oak tree. Flint shears. Okay. I'm gonna have to go turn that feature off. The auto replace broken tools. I don't like that feature. I mean, sometimes it's okay, but right now it's annoying. And, oh, we ran into saplings because when you shear trees, you do not get saplings. Luckily, we can purchase more saplings. Or not purchase, but we can convert EMC into saplings. Let's try dark oak. Dark oak is planted like this. There we go. Oh, and yeah, the canopy is way up there. Can we reach that? Yeah. And we can't even shear all the canopy with one swing of the shears anymore because there's so many. And then this axe is probably going to shatter trying to chop this down. Yep, the axe did not like that, but we did get a lot of wood. Let's make a new axe really quick. For the new axe, we need gravel, so let's get gravel first. Just get a stack of gravel. We don't really have to be conservative with it. EMC is kind of cheap now at this point. So I'm just going to make 2 of these axes, and then 2. So we have 2 axes. Finish off this tree. Whee! Alright, great. So that's a ton of wood we have now. So this is going to chop into dark oak wood, but that's okay because we should be able to mix it together with the other kinds of wood. So now let's go ahead and make our hoppers. This is made in a regular crafting table. Okay, I want to go ahead and use the dark oak wood though, so let's do that instead and balance the recipe. Yep, this will give us 6, so let's shift click, 6 hoppers. Very nice. And there's also a achievement for the wooden hopper. Where's that? Huh? I'm confused. Is it another chapter here? Oh, there's another chapter here. Okay. Oh, hey, there's a quest here that gives us a flint block. Okay, so we don't actually need the we don't actually need the kiln because the quest just gave us flint blocks. Okay, hold up, because if we have that, then I actually do want to go ahead and make the wood mill, because the wood mill is going to be some good efficiency for us. So we've done that. We've done the wooden gears. Oh wait, I need 12 wooden gears? I only made 6. Whoops. Go ahead and make 6 more of those. Okay, so we're done with everything here. We need fences next. Fences are planks and sticks. And I don't think it matters what kind of planks we use, but they have to be the same kind. So there's some planks, and balance the grid. We need 12 fences, so there's 6 of those dark fences, and then we need some regular fences as well. We don't have enough planks though, so let's... Did I not make another saw, or did I already break the saw I made? Just make another saw, it's okay. And get some wood. Make some fences. All right, there's all the fences we should need, and then now we should be able to make our strainers finally. So let's go ahead and throw those in here. And the fences, you can see I'm using an oak and a dark oak, and it doesn't care. That's it. And what happened there? What are we missing there? Oh, planks. We don't have enough planks. Okay. Yeah, let me just take all of this out really quick. Make some more planks really quick. Okay, and put that there, put this here, and finish our strainers. Boom. Great, we finished all of our strainers now. So I'm going to take that off of our to-do list. Let's go back and do our water-powered saw really quick. Oh, but we're not even going to be able to use the water-powered saw anyways, because you need to move water to be able to use it. So I can go ahead and make it, but it's not really going to be any point to make it. So we have our pressure plates. Oh, we need pressure plates still. Oh, geez. Okay, so there's our pressure plates. There's our saw stick. Okay, we should have everything we need for the water-powered saw. There we go. Okay, so that quest is done. Let me unbookmark that item. And it gives us some curry and rice. Okay, cool. Well, I don't need that right now. There is a little guide here on YouTube that shows you how to set it up, but I actually know how to set it up, so I'm not going to be referencing it. I'm just going to kind of build it from memory. Architect's Workbench. So Architect's Workbench is a neat item that kind of lets you carve interesting shapes out of blocks. We'll see how much I go into the aesthetic bunny hole here. Rabbit hole, bunny hole, whatever. But for now, I'm just going to leave that. Let's go back here down to strainer. So we need to make any strainer. So for strainer, we need, I think regardless of what kind of strainer we need here, let's bookmark this one. What's the other kind of strainer? And this one. Okay, so there's, I actually meant to bookmark it the other way so I can see all the relevant items. Okay, so there's net and dense net. Okay, and to do that we need string or twine. So I think twine, I thought twine we can make with, let's put those leaves in there. I thought we can make twine with grass, can't we? So can't I go ahead and take grass? Hang on, take this wood out of here for a moment. And this is the recipe for twine, I believe, and use shears. Huh, it does not like that. Well, I do know we can use, can we use leaves, perhaps? Nope, we cannot use leaves. Or maybe it just didn't like that kind of leaf. Let me try, like, oak leaves. Oak leaves. Twine. Nope, it is not liking that. Okay. How do you make twine again? So twine is, oh, plant fibers, I mean. Oh, you just put one item in the grid. Whoopsie. Okay, and we can use our knife as well. So leaves? No. Okay, so leaves do not work. Let me try grass again. I was just doing the recipe wrong. Grass. Doesn't like grass either. So, does it take sapling? It does take sapling. Okay, so it does not take leaves or grass, but it takes sapling. So plant fibers. Fibery. Yeah, it's not fiber, it's fibery. So what does this use in here? Or dictionary name plant. Well, it doesn't seem to be or dictionary plant because it doesn't take grass, right? Okay, well, wait, I just saw. I thought I just saw grass in there. Grass use. I mean, if we click the uses of grass, we can see it's not used in that table, so. Um, okay, let's just get some saplings then. Sapling. I think all the saplings all cost 32. Yeah, so let's just take a stack of like, sure, willow saplings, why not? And we can get some plant fibres. And then plant fibres we use with a knife or a shear again. Where'd my knife go? There it is. Get some twine, and now we have some twine. So we need 6. Or rather, we need 6 strainers. What do these strainers do again? So the survivalist strainer gets us various seeds. Okay. I don't think we're gonna need a whole lot of these, so I'm just gonna do like one of these maybe. So let's go ahead and do a net. Can I do the knife also? No, shears only. So let's go ahead and do a small net. And then I'll want to do 5 dense nets. Okay. So dense is twine in this shape. Okay, we had enough for, oh, it crafts 2 at a time. Okay, perfect. So we have 6 to start with. I'll take those back. And then we just need a whole bunch of sticks, which I can craft in here. Stick. Boom. Let's freaking go. We got our regular crafting table, my bad. We've got 5 of these. 2, 3. These don't stack, so gotta take them out one by one. And then we have 1 of these. Okay, cool. There's all of our strainers. So I would like to build them in a smarter way, but for now we don't really have the ability to do that. I'm going to just go ahead and actually, you know what? I can build them out in the way I want here. Let me just build a quick little area. Cobble. Let's do like some light blue cobble. And let's go over here. And let's try not to fall to our death. Because if we fall, we're going to have to go down there and get our stuff. It's going to be very annoying. Do we have access to a builder's wand of any kind? Builder's wand. Builder's wand makes it easier to build stuff. This is some low, easy recipes, but we are slightly not able to access that. You can see, yeah, here, Builder's Wand is a few steps away. We're just going to build this by the OG method of holding shift and praying not that you're not going to fall. And for future building, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do recording for building, because building's kind of like one of those things like, oh boy, we get to watch them build again. We'll see how things play out, but for now, I'm just going to build some extra ground over here. Let me go get some more cobble. Cobble? Keep using the same kind of cobble, I think. Let's go out like 5 more, and then we'll build our strainers. So I'm kind of imagining how I want to build my strainers. It's going to be like this little array. Whoops, I have placed a block where I don't want it. Oh, I also need to be careful because I can vein mine this, so if I vein mine it, I'm going to fall to my death, and that's not going to be fun. Okay, this seems good for now. So for actually building these, let's go and let's get a different cobble. And I'm going to have them like here, I guess. And then, how did these work again? I don't remember if it's more efficient to have these next to each other or less efficient. The quest gives us a efficiency meter, right? Efficiency meter, okay. So let's put our strainers here. I'm going to put 2 next to each other and then 1 here. And let's just see how it likes those, I guess. Oh, let me take this one away, though. Okay, and I'm going to just put some temporary blocks here. And to actually keep the water contained, I'm going to build a little channel for the water to flow in here. We're just going to use full blocks for now. It's okay. Oh, I needed that block still. Alright. And let's just build a little channel for the water to flow along. Ooh, it's dark over here. And then same thing on this side. Alright, so strainer. Strainer has no water. Okay, yeah, I knew that. Ice. Since we can't place our water, we have to do this. And I'm not going to be able to break it like that, so let's go around and break it up here. Boom. Water, it flows over the strainers, and that's how the strainers work. And it looks like it goes all the way, so I made this the perfect length. Let's check our strainer efficiency here. -5, -8, +1. -20. Okay. So the strainers do not like being next to other strainers. So if I replace this with a regular block, is it going to be happy? And sorry, I know it's dark over here. I don't have any torches yet. Can I make some torches with this? I think I can. Here, let's do this recipe really quick. Some bark can be turned into torches. There we go. Eureka! Illumination. Alright, let's get this strainer. Pick it up before it flies off the edge of the world there. And that was, what, -5 before? What does it say it is now? +10. Okay, perfect. So how I think we want to have it then is we want to... If I put another ice block here, how does that react? Ice. Okay, so if we put ice block here and then break it, that's going to turn into another water block there. But how's the efficiency now? Plus 10? Okay. So, because I think the efficiency is based how close it is to other strainers and other flowing water blocks. So, this one is 2 away from a flowing water block, so that one's 7. This one's directly next to one, so it's a 10. And I think if you have it directly under a flowing water block, it's worse. So we can go and experiment with that really quick. Ice. Let me just make a little stair here for me really quick. So ice, if we put one here, it's gonna be like, nah, bro. Yeah, 0%. Okay. So break that water. So we're ultimately gonna want our stuff to be next to flowing water. And in fact, we don't need this flowing water here. Okay, so now that we know how this is going to work, let's go ahead and pick these up and then really quickly fix our layout here. So I think I could ultimine these, but I'm not gonna, because I don't want to redo the whole thing. I just want to redo the bottom row here. Okay, so we're going to have the strainer here. We're going to have a water source block here. So strainer, strainer, water, strainer, water, strainer, water, strainer, water, strainer. And then let's go ahead and build the edge of our little tank over here. Okay. So there, whoop, the strainer caught my cobblestone. There's all of our places where we're going to put water in there. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 5. I miscounted. We're going to need 5 ice blocks. Ice. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's go ahead and break all of these. Okay. And then let's check our efficiency. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Perfect. Why did I only get 5 messages of that, though? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, our strainers are set up, so now we don't actually have to go up there. We can interact from them down here. So let's go ahead and put our strainers in here like so. And then I'm going to have the survivalist strainer here on the end. And now they will start straining stuff out of the water. Like, there we go, sand. Amazing. We've already got something over here. And then we get a 10% efficiency boost. So on average, these will last 10% longer than normal. I think that's what that means anyways. Oh, this one caught some dirt. Okay, good job. Oh, this one got a worm for us. What is worm used for? Worm is used to make a dragon egg. I don't think we're there yet. I believe what worm is actually used for is strainer, the fisherman strainer. Requires bait, yeah, so I believe the bait it requires is the worm. And this catches various things. I would like lily pads. There's also regular string in here to be caught as well, so. And then some other stuff. Well, cool. So we got this. We got our efficiency meter. Since we know how this works, do we need another one? I don't think we really need another efficiency meter at this point, since we know how these work now. I'll make a chest or something for it. We should go ahead and make a chest, start putting some stuff in it anyways. So to make a chest, we remember that it is 1, 2, 3, 4. And destroy our axe again, of course. Why don't I have just like 20 of these by now? Okay. We need more stone rods. Do we have flint? We have some flint. Okay. Let's make like 4 saws. I don't think we're actually going to need that many because we're about to stop chopping wood this way. Or stop chopping planks this way. But there we go. We can get another chest. And let's go ahead and just stick our chest like over here for now. This is one of my big problems with modded Minecraft in general. Executive function, by the way, is just freaking organizing stuff. Like, where's stuff going? I don't know. Put it here. It's good for now. All right, so what do we not need right now? We don't need so many flint blocks. These saws can go over here in this chest. The knife can go over here. We'll keep the rest of the tools for now. All right, and this can go in here. We do not need that right now. All right, next up, cottonseed or crop. This one also needed cottonseed or crop. So, what is this? Healing salve. This pack has natural health regeneration for hunger disabled. You'll have to increase your total amount of hearts by using various mods. Okay, cool. So this is, we need a dandelion seed and some kind of plant, or we can also use fade crafting, which I don't know anything about that yet, so. Okay, well, we will get there, I suppose. And there's the sun is rising, and we've got some clay here. Hey. Alright, so we've got a good bit of stuff from here. We do not yet have a cottonseed, but that's okay. Alright, we're gonna have to explore that later. I think this is probably a good wrapping up point, though. This has been like the intro of this, so I think this is where we're gonna leave it. For now, I am playing this on single player, so this isn't gonna like continue running between sessions, but I think this is a good little progress point to stop at. Here's our little base so far. Everything we've done. Mostly we were just like managing tools and items, but yeah, there we go. Next time, let's make some goals for next time. Next time we're gonna do set up this guy. So let me favorite this so I remember what we're gonna do. Don't strain too hard for this wild root. Where does that come from? Comes from the survival strainer. Okay, so that's just gonna be a RNG thing. Ground traps. We can do some ground traps. Here, let me bookmark that. Bones. How are we gonna get bones again? Oh, we're gonna need to strain them from the fisherman strainer. Okay, so let's make one of those next time. And then grout. Why do we want grout? Oh, for this part. Okay. We're a little ways away from that, so we're gonna probably not go that way. But we are gonna need our strainers to kind of chip in. Let's do the kilns as well next time. Clay kilns. Okay, so we have some to-do items added to our to-do list up here. We will work on those next time. Until then, this is Godel signing off, and I will see you next time. Please let me know if you enjoyed the series. Goodbye.